Black Friday, Cyber Monday. These days are like the Super Bowl for capitalism. Every year we're bombarded with headlines about record sales. It's supposed to mean the economy is strong. But is it really? Let's be honest, this year's Black Friday sales figures require a closer look, a deeper dive, because they're about as representative of the average American's economic reality as a gilded cage is for a tiger. One group's been on a bit of a spending spree, the wealthy. Those earning over $100,000 a year, they've been snapping up everything from TVs to toasters. Meanwhile, middle and lower income families are struggling. Inflation is eating away at their paychecks. They can't afford to be quite so carefree with their cash. So, when we see those huge Black Friday numbers, remember they don't tell the whole story. It'd be like looking at a 5-star restaurant sales and assuming everyone in town is rolling in dough, ignoring the fact that most people can barely afford the breadsticks. Here's another thing to consider. The internet. More and more people are shopping online. This year, e-commerce sales went through the roof. But here's the catch, that doesn't necessarily mean people are spending more overall. They're just doing it from their couches instead of braving the mall. Think about it. Have you ever tossed an extra pair of socks into your virtual cart just because you could? It's easier to overspend when you don't see the cash leaving your hand. So while those online sales figures might look impressive, they're not necessarily a sign of a booming economy. Now let's talk about how people are actually paying for all this stuff. Credit cards, buy now, pay later schemes, these things are everywhere. And sure, they can be tempting. Who doesn't love the idea of instant gratification without the immediate financial sting? But here's the harsh truth. Racking up debt isn't a sign of a healthy economy. It's a sign of an economy living on borrowed time. People are relying on credit because they don't have the cash. And that's a recipe for disaster. So, while everyone's busy celebrating record Black Friday sales, let's not forget about the rest of the picture. The rising unemployment, the crippling household debt, the restaurant industry going down faster than a lead balloon. These are the real indicators of our economy's health. And frankly, the prognosis isn't great. Black Friday sales might tell us what people are buying, but they don't tell us how they're really doing. It's like judging a book by its cover. Sure, the cover might be shiny and new, but the story inside, that's what really matters. And right now that story's looking pretty grim.